But I have been looking for 25 years for the fabric to tie them together. Well, I finally found it. And it has both colors in it. I like it. It's silk. And now I just have to pick the pattern. I'm not there yet, but 25 years from now I probably will be.
It's just been aging like a fine wine.
It has.
Yep, never
And
gets old.
besides, it's free because once the fabric's been in your stash for 5 years
Oh,
and you sew it up, it's free. Did you know that?
I forgot about that rule.
Yeah.
Excellent. See, honey, it all works out.
So we are going to go shopping and show you how this all works. But I have some photos of shopping at the store where we teach our workshops, the Fabric Depot. And one thing that I want to say is because that's such a big store, they have shopping carts. And that makes it really easy because I like my students to pull a few solids and then walk around the store and find prints and coordinates and other solids that go with them. Like Holly is doing here, we then go into the classroom and we lay out all the bolts. And you might have 30 bolts, but you end up maybe buying 6 because that's what made the beautiful outfits.
It's fabulous.
Yes, and then shopping with colors.
Yes.
And Laura had her colors, and she went shopping, and it made shopping a lot easier because she could just take the colors and make sure, it gave her confidence, I guess, to pick the right things. And speaking of colors, look at these 2 palettes. They are Joe and Sandy. Each one is them. And can you imagine if they switched palettes? They would not be buying fabrics that would be good for them. And the best of the best, fortunately, this person lives in Portland, but you may have an image consultant near you too. Ethel Harms is shopping with Joe. And look at her shopping cart. It just goes with her palette. Now we're going to have fun and go into the classroom and pick the right outfits for Joe. We have our palettes too, thanks to Ethel.
Do.
And so we are going to take our palettes and we are going to meet Ethel at Josephine's.
Yes, we need your help.
Hi, Katrina.
Hello.
We're at Josephine's, and Judy, come over, is the owner, and
Welcome.
always buys beautiful
Yes.
natural
Thank
fibers
you
and
for
wools
having
and
good
silks
taste.
and everything, so it's easy to shop. My goal, if I can start first,
Be my guest.
was I thought I have these pants, and I love them, and I'd like to have a different look, and I was thinking that if I had something like this, is in here.
They're
In the
nice.
pants.
Uh-huh.
And then I was trying to take the pants into spring, so I thought, well, if I had these 2, I could have a new outfit to go with the pants.
That would be nice. And the blue-green in here does pick up your eyes nicely, but the intensity of this fabric, the whole color intensity is really darker than you are. Let's take your color palette for a second and put it right up there because you can kind of see where your palette is light and it bounces away from that. Or if I put your palette up here, see it wants to belong there. I think we could do a better print, but as I'm looking, I'm seeing that this could be fabulous on Katrina. Let's hold that up because, again, when I look at that, hold it up just a second, Katrina, because
It's not something I ever would have picked up.
I know. But do you see that it picks up the intensity of her hair color and her eye color at the same time? It's absolutely
Yes.
beautiful on you. It really matches. Yeah, it meets the intensity of Katrina's coloring, but it's really too intense for you, Patty.
I wasn't feeling that
Yeah.
it was right.
But see, if I
wanted it to
put
work. I was going to make it work.
Katrina's palette on it, you can see that hers, especially right up here in this part, you see the colors blend so nicely with it.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
It's Katrina, and as I'm looking, I can see that this again, Katrina's palette blends beautifully with this brown,
Really?
which is again really a shade of your hair color.
Gosh, Patty, thank you.
That's fabulous. What have you got going there?
Well, when I walked in, I immediately saw this print,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not even necessarily a print person, but I absolutely adore it. What do you think?
And it's interesting
Is it me?
because
I think it's you. I think it's beautiful. I'm always fond of hair and eye colors in a print, but that's a truly beautiful print. And again, it meets the intensity of your color palette. It's got your greens and your purples and actually some of your dark gray in there.
Good. I'm glad you like it, because I
Right.
think it's fabulous.
It does. I like it with your brown pants also.
Oh,
It's
really?
got
So I was looking at the
a little
purple,
bit of
but
a deep brown in there, and I think that
Oh, it
also picks
does.
it up. Yeah,
Right
it's
there.
It
beautiful.
does. It pulls out
Yeah,
the mauves and
Yeah.
browns.
Oh, versatile.
I know.
So you could wear it with grays.
Actually, I like with
your
the brown better than the grays.
than
I
grays.
Really? What do you think of this green though? Do you think it works? I really don't have a pair of green slacks right now. Believe it or
I
not.
think that's nice.
Okay.
Well, I know grays are a really great neutral, and they look beautiful. I think that's a little faded looking with it.
Okay.
When even if you put it beside the brown, it makes the print so much more intense. But I do like the darker green.
So, and
What
this-
about that
Is this also
taupey?
too? We thought maybe it picked up some of the more
I
taupey.
think you're right, though. The
Mauve-y.
darker brown is stronger with it, and the green is stronger.
I
with it.
like the darker brown on you
Okay.
better than I do that color.
So for this print, I should really stick with these two
I think so.
coordinates.
And you can really kind of see that this isn't an exact match, but it's really a shade in between your two bright and deep purples. Do you see?
Okay.
Right.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So,
So you've really got shades in between that to work with, but you just
Okay.
need to follow that same intensity.
so palettes don't have to. It doesn't have to be a perfect match.
No.
As long as it's in the same family.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And it's not too faded for you or too bright.
So Ethel, I've been looking at some fabric for some tops. You can never have too many in your wardrobe.
No.
So I always look for coordinates. I have a lot of gray and black, especially in my travel wardrobe. So I was looking at this knit. What do you think? I like gray. I like green.
I think the idea of the gray and green are great, Katrina, but if I put your palette up to this piece of fabric, you can see that your palette stands away from it. I think we can do a little bit better on that. And when I look at you, it's maybe got too many areas of light color in it. It could be more intense. If I bring the palette over here, you can see that your palette lays nicely on this print. It looks more at home there.
Okay.
And this could be a better choice for you. It picks up some of the blues, the browns.
It's not a print I'd feel real comfortable wearing.
Right.
I'm moving to a warmer climate, so I was looking at this Liberty of London lawn. What do you think?
Again, it's a little bit light and pale for you. I think if you put it up next to your skin, it picks up your eye color a little bit, but the overall look isn't as intense as you are. You can see
Bummer.
what I've got.
Well,
Again, if I bring it over here, we've got a nice intense print, and your palette looks more at home there. And it would probably go with a lot of your travel outfit. If you did your browns, that could work really well.
okay.
But overall, I think we can do better with some
Okay.
of the prints.
What about this cotton flannel? What do you think?
Well, let's take a look at this. Now this does pick up some of your warm browns and shades of purples. I think the key here is going to be picking this up and putting it next to you. Does it make you look terrific?
Okay.
I like the intensity of the dark brown. That's kind of nice.
Is it?
It's got
Does it work?
kind of your lighter colors in it, the darker browns, and shades of the purples.
Huh.
We don't have to match
Okay.
exactly, but that's really kind of nice on you, I think.
Oh, great. And
Not
cotton
bad.
flannel is one of the easiest things to sew with, so that always makes me happy. What do you think about this one? This was another contender I had.
I love it with your
picked
eye
out.
color.
Do you?
Oh, I love it with your eye color. I think it's fabulous. I think when we put this up, your eye color just pops out. It's just terrific. I love picking up eye color and hair color, as you probably have found out by now. It's just a great color, and actually it's a great print.
Holy cow, now that was a shopping trip, but looks like I'd better get sewing.